Dearly beloved, we have gathered here to go from the standard tuning to the open G tuning and learn a couple of licks in that very intuitive tuning. So, I gotta stop saying so. uh, Detune the first D string a whole step to a D. And just skip the B and the G and the D string and move straight on to the A string. Drop that a whole step to a G and drop this one to a D. Same as the first string, same as the fourth string. So you know that Keith Richards removes the low, removes the sixth string, but I don't because it's a very convenient thing to have when you go to the fifth chord. You get this very beautiful deep sound. But enough about that. Now that we've tuned, this is D, B, G, D, A, and D. When you look at the chord structure, you have the fifth on the bottom, you have the one on the on the fifth string, on the A string, on the G string. Okay, let's call this an A string. You have the one on the A string, the fifth on the D string, the one on the G string, and this is a major third. So, and then again you have the fifth on the D string. So the only string that is actually determining the nature of the chord, which is G major, open G major, is the second string. And at the beginning I said it's intuitive. Why? Because you just take one finger and you do have to be careful not to hit the low D string, but you know, I think it comes in handy. And if you have one guitar and you want to try it out, you don't want to be removing the string every time you switch tunings. So yeah, we have the G chord on the first five strings, and then we have the 5 on the sixth string. So what are the basic things that you can do? You can or number of songs that can be played in this tuning. I don't have the slide with me right now, nor do I feel like getting up to get one. But before we get into slide, I'll leave that for another listen. Let's get into what kind of licks you can play once you figure out that this is the 1 chord, this is the 5 chord on the 5th fret, and this is the 4 chord, and then this is the 5 chord on the 7th fret. And on the 3rd fret, since this is the tonic, the G, You have G, G sharp, A, B. So this is minor third. Works quite good. You know what I do? I slide from the third to the fifth fret, and I'm playing the A and the D and the G string. And then in between, I add a little lick. I bar the first two strings with my first finger, as you can see, and on the third fret, and I just pick up with the index finger. And with this tuning, you can get a world of variety, and you know, you can get a lot more done once you figure out this hand. I think that in this tuning, this hand has much more, the right hand has much more work to do than the left hand. Because when you talk about the open tuning, you talk about the, you know, the bass, keeping a steady beat on the bass. A very simple phrase. What I do is, like I said, I play this, then I continue strumming with my thumb over the A and the D string. But I play the first two strings with my index finger, and I play it together with the thumb, and then the thumb continues, and then in the middle, like I do this. So what happens is, you got the phrase dun 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 dun. So if you saw this written down, you would think, well, I have to, you know, learn the bass line and then put this in. No, you got to learn the whole thing, and you have to hear the whole thing as a, you have to hear the whole thing as a whole phrase. So in the back of your mind, always try thinking about, I have to keep the thumb in a steady beat. And then whatever you do with this finger, it's either going to be, I mean, basically, it's going to be on the downbeat or somewhere on the offbeat. And, I mean, you can try doing something like this, but sooner or later you're going to have to, you know, separate the two and make this guy the rhythm guitar and the drums, and this the vocals or the solo, you know. Okay, so I did a little bit of more embellishing here. Added more licks. Shall we get into that? Yeah, maybe I'll chop it and make this a separate video. But as long as I got the train of thought. So yeah, you have not illegal to use other fingers. When you started to, I mean, when you tune down the guitar, you tune this a whole step lower. So your G which used to reside in this neighborhood, moved up here to the 5th fret. So now this is an octave, you know? And yeah, I mean, you have to get used to this. So this would be a standard lick. So E string, 5, 3, 1 on the B string, and then you can bend a little bit on the 3rd fret of the G string. Make sure you fit the phrase in the beat, you know. And of course, when we talk about this one again, listen to John Lee Hooker. This was his tuning. Okay, so he tuned to A, which is a whole step higher, but basically this is it, you know. When I first started, hold on, made a freight train, be my friend. I think it goes like that. So yeah, you cannot repeat that stuff. Nope. What else? Recap. Play with the bar chord. You know, everything works. And then once you get the bar chord to ring out right, just try playing a simple groove. Stick your hand on the neck. You have your bass line on the A string, which is the tonic, and then you have the, you know, the first string would be the voice, the melody line, you know.